Hi, I'm Chance Wolf. I'd like to thank you for purchasing the second in my Micro Magic release. This is the Champagne Chop. This is a brand new effect. I haven't had much time to spend rehearsing with it as I am a builder, not a performer. So hopefully the foundational routine I give you, the basic moves, will give you enough to go off of and to have a good time. Get crazy with it, do your own thing, but most of all, have fun with it, and I appreciate your guys' support. So enjoy the Champagne Chop. I'm sure most of you are familiar with having a good time. Maybe you go to a wedding reception or a party and the champagne's just a-flowing. Well, unfortunately, there's always one guy that's had a few too many to drink and apparently seems to be having a lot more fun than the rest of us. Well, we know this all begins when we pop the cork. That's why I like to keep the cork handy in case I have to put a cork on somebody's fun. That's why I leave it here inside the champagne bucket. Well, eventually one of these jokers comes by and they'll steal my cork, toss it around the party a few times, and then into their pocket or God knows where, and the cork's gone. But they don't know I have magic on my side, as the cork always ends up back underneath the champagne bucket. Well, as quick as I lose that joker, another one comes along and he's tossing the cork along, and then it ends up disappearing, and sure enough, just that quick, it ends up back underneath the champagne bucket. But we all know that none of this would have happened if we just didn't use that silly old corkscrew. That's right. I know it's a bad joke. Well, truth be told, what good is a champagne bucket without a little bit of champagne? Thank you. Okay, you're provided the chop cup. It's shimmed with a magnet down underneath this base. And a gimmicked cork, ungimmicked, the corkscrew gag, and the champagne bottle. Corkscrew goes into the right pocket, point down, so it's ready to grab in the finger palm position when you reach in. We'll assume this is the pocket. The champagne bottle is bottom down. That way you can grab it. You're ready to grab it in the finger palm so it can easily drop into the bucket and be pulled right back out. We'll get to that later too. So, point down, bottom down, in your pocket or coat pocket. Now, the gimmicked cork has a steel shim going about halfway through it. It's covered with a wood putty. Corks are so irregular, the pattern isn't too noticeable, but if you really look, you can see it. You can put a mark on there if you're uncomfortable and you need a quick identity. Another subtlety is the little spiral on the stem is pointing up. The leaves are pointing up. That lets you know that's the side the magnet's on. The other side's ungimmicked. This idea Arthur Atzma gave me this idea, so you could drop it in and have it fall out without any problem, in case you can find a use for that in your routine. Arthur did. And of course the ungimmicked cork. That's just in finger palm position. You follow the routine. I'll just go over the basic moves. The cool move I use, and I'm going to give this away, I've used it for years, probably almost 20 years now, was based on Jay Sankey's flying shuttle pass with coins. But I added it into a chop cup routine that this isn't it. It's another one I'll be selling later, but I'm going to let you guys in on it now. So the gimmick cork goes in, and Jay used to do it with coins, but I thought, why not a chop cup? So the idea is when you grab the cup and you're turning it over, you're throwing this one right into the mouth of the chop cup. It's a little hard sitting down, but when you turn it over, you throw it in and it looks like it falls out. Let me try that one more time, like that. And then you set this down, strike it on the edge first, so you know it dislodges. Then you go into the next move, the toss, and you can use any vanish at this point. Let me go over the flying shuttle pass, which I call it the flying chop, I guess. I'm not too creative. So, once again, you throw the cork in and then into the hand, let it drop, toss it a few times, toss it into the left hand, a fake, grab it, it's actually in the right. You go into the pocket, ditch it, and then you do your reveal. That's phase one. Phase two, drop it back in. Once again, do the flying shuttle pass or flying chop. Now, toss it a few times, but now you're going to go to the right pocket, drop off the cork as you steal off the corkscrew gag. Now your timing's got to be so you're coming up out of your pocket at the same time you're revealing the cork. Flipping the cup up, pick up the cork so you keep the rhythm going and get it into a spellbound move and relax the hand into that spellbound position. Then you do your spellbound change like so. Relax the hand, show the cork a few times. Then you can grab this with the same hand that has a load in it, shove it in your pocket, go into the next phase of stealing this champagne bottle. But I'll go over that spellbound move real quick for those of you who haven't seen it before. Basically, you get this into the finger palm position right here, and you're just coming over the top of the cork, and I switch out. And it's all right, that's a little hard. I'm going to do it like this. Okay, so I come over the top of it, and I steal that one from the bottom as I leave that one there. All right, most of you should know the move. I'm not really going to go into that too much. So, at this point, you do the spellbound change, flash it a few times, grab the cork, go to your pocket, drop it all off as you pick up the champagne bottle. Same time you're picking this up, doing a few gestures as you come up, and maybe not kill as much time as I did in the tape. And then you just literally drop it in as you pull it back out and clear those fingers so they get a good view of it. Tap it on the table a few times because with the pad it won't stand too well. You can remove these, it doesn't matter, then it'll stand nice on there. And then tap it a few times and throw it into the bucket and you're done. So I'd like to thank Jay Sankey for the flying shuttle pass, and Don Allen for being quite an inspiration on my other chop cup routines I do. It kind of morphs into this routine. Arthur Atzma for giving me some advice and input on this routine. And of course, Shelly Arthur, who is my partner and who has actually made all this possible, the whole business of Wolf's Magic. And finally, I'd like to thank our customer base. You guys have made it all happen. Making Wolf's Magic a solid company. We appreciate your support more than you know. So enjoy Champagne Chop and have a great time. Thank you very much.